guys, welcome back to my channel. So I decided to do a summer favorites video versus a monthly favorites video because I've had my channel for about 6 months now and I've only done 2 favorites videos, and I think it's because I have so many other ideas for videos that I want to do that the favorites videos kind of get put on the back burner. So I decided to just do a favorites video for the entire season instead of just a monthly favorites video. That way I can still do the other videos that I have in mind that I want to do. So I'm pretty much just going to get right into it. I have a lot of products to show you. I'm just going to show you what they are and kind of give you a brief review and why they are my current favorites. So if you've been following me for a little while, you know that about a month and a half ago I went to Hawaii for a vacation for a friend's wedding. And so while I was there, of course, I had to do a little bit of shopping. And one thing that I picked up while I was over there is the Soleil Tan de Chanel Universal Bronzer. And I've been seeing this on YouTube for quite some time. And I've gone to the Chanel counter at Macy's and Nordstrom's several times, and I've looked at it, and it's just kind of pricey, so I've just never really been able to justify it. But since I was on vacation, I was like, let's do it. So I picked it up, and I am so happy that I did. This product is so amazing. It's, oh my God. Okay, so I don't know what's on it right here, but it is a cream bronzer for your face. And it comes in this ginormous tub, and you get a ton. Even though it doesn't look like completely full, it takes just a teeny tiny little bit to get the color you want. And this works for so many different skin tones because when you first put it on, I use it with a duo fiber brush to buff it on the cheeks. And when you put it on, it's just so buildable. You can just put a little teeny tiny bit on, or if you want to look extremely bronzed, you can build that up. It's just amazing. The tone is perfect. It's very neutral, so it works for all different skin tones. Basically, anytime that I don't want to contour, if I just want to look bronze, this is what I go to. This is just the most amazing color. It blends so perfectly. I haven't worn it over the top of powder. I've only worn it over the top of liquid foundation, so I can't tell you how it blends if you wear powder foundation, but over liquid, or also I've worn it over no makeup at all. I've worn it with just a little bit of mascara and a little bit of this on my cheeks, and it blends perfectly just over the top of your skin as well. So absolutely, this is my #1 favorite for this month, this season. Also, while I was in Hawaii, I not only stopped at Chanel at Macy's and Nordstrom to peruse, but I also went into an actual Chanel location to look at the cosmetics they have there, just to see if they were different from what they had at the department store counters. And they did vary a little bit. They had some different color lipsticks, lip glosses, and nail polishes. And so I actually did pick up a lipstick. This is the Rouge Coco Shine number 46, and this is the color Liberte. And I have it on right now. You can see it's very natural. It's kind of a like a nudish peach color, which are my absolute favorites for just like a daily look. So this is a bit smaller of a lipstick, and the reason I got this, even though it was a little, of course, pricey and very tiny, the reason I got this is because it is tiny. I have been carrying a much smaller purse these days. I feel like I just have so much going on in my life that the last thing I need to worry about is a purse full of my crap. So I've been carrying a much smaller purse. This is the purse that I've been carrying. This is a Kate Spade bag, and as you can see, it is very thin and just very small. It's kind of a clutch size for most people, but because it's so small, I can't carry very much, and so I like little things like this to go in the bag. So that's why I picked this up, and I really do like the color. It's creamy, it's rich, and it lasts for a long time. So this is also one of my favorites for this season. So while I was in Hawaii, of course, I got really tan, and I ended up not having a foundation with me that matched my skin, so of course I just had to go to Sephora to buy a new one. So anyway, while I was there, I picked up the Makeup Forever HD foundation, and this is in the shade N155. And I actually have always had a problem finding a color in this foundation that matched my skin. I always just seemed to be in between, and I didn't want to buy 2 bottles of it to mix it because that would just be kind of ridiculous. So anyway, I found this foundation, and I've stayed very tan ever since I left Hawaii. So this has been my absolute favorite foundation. Now that I've been able to use this on a daily basis, this is like my go-to. The formula is thin but it's very full coverage at the same time. And it also does not have SPF, so you can wear it for flash photography. It goes on beautifully, whether you're using a brush or a damp beauty blender. Either way, I kind of just go back and forth. They both make this foundation look so amazing, and it lasts forever with and without primer. I just cannot say enough good things about this foundation. I absolutely love it. When I run out of this, I'm absolutely going to be repurchasing it because it is just so amazing. And just my skin has not, a lot of times with foundations, full coverage foundations, because I'm so oily, my skin quality just kind of seems to go down when I use certain foundations, and I have to switch it up to a new one. And this, I feel like it's almost improved. It is just so amazing. Absolutely recommend this to anyone. My next favorite's kind of obscure, but it is the Duo Lash Adhesive. This is a new eyelash glue that I found. Well, I don't know if it's new, but I just found it. And it's, instead of the little squeezy tube, it is a brush-on applicator. And this just makes it so much easier for applying the eyelash glue. Instead of just trying to squeeze out the perfect amount, if a little bubble comes out, you know, it'll accidentally just go and like there's eyelash glue everywhere. This, it doesn't happen with this. And something about the adhesive, it dries much more quickly than the original lash glue. So I just tossed the old tube that I had and started using this instead. This is white. Normally I would purchase the dark tone lash adhesive, but so I was kind of hesitant to get it because of this lighter color, but when you brush it on, it actually goes on clear. It doesn't go on white. So of course, if it goes on clear, it dries clear. So this is amazing stuff. I think it was only like $6. So yeah, this is definitely, love this. My next favorite for this month is actually a very, very inexpensive product, and this is the LA Girls Pro Conceal Concealer. And recently I went to the LA Girls website because I wanted to get the glazed lip paints, and if you spend $25 you get free shipping. All of the lip paints, they're like $4 each, so I didn't even spend $25 to be able to get all but one of them, and I didn't want the last color, I just wasn't feeling it. So I needed to spend that $25 to get the free shipping. So I just decided to get one of their concealers, and I'd actually heard some pretty good things about this concealer. So I picked it up, and this is in the shade medium, I think. Creamy Beige. But this concealer is freaking amazing. It was, I think, $4, $5 or something like that. Oh my God, it does not crease. I wear it over any blemishes I have, and I've been wearing it under my eyes. I will wear my makeup sometimes. I have to wear it for like up to 12, 13, 14 hours. This has never creased at all. It's a little brush applicator, so you squeeze it out and then apply it, and then I'll use either a damp beauty blender or my Sigma F86 brush to blend it in, and then I'll just set it with some powder, and oh my God, it does not crease at all. For being $5, this blends beautifully. I cannot say enough good things about this stinking product. So I'm not sure if you can get it anywhere in a store or whatever. I know that you can get it online at lagirls.com. I think that's their website. Anyway, I'll link the website down below for you, but seriously, I would absolutely recommend this concealer. It is so amazing. So pick this baby up. So for my next favorites, I have a couple brushes to show you. Look at this bad boy right here. This is the Ecotools Face and Body Sculpting Brush. Now, the reason I picked this up is because the cosmetics brand Becca makes a brush that looks very similar to this. It's called The One, and it is a real hair brush that is pretty much this same size, and it's $49. I personally find it very difficult to justify buying a brush like this for $49. If it's a brush I'm going to use on a daily basis for something essential like foundation or concealer or something like that, I will spend the money. But for something like this, I have a very hard time spending $49. This, I think, was $11 at Ulta. And it's pretty much the exact same thing, except it's synthetic hair instead of real hair. Now, I looked at the Becca The One reviews on the Sephora website, and it did not get very good reviews. It said that the brush shed like crazy, it's not worth the money, whatever, but I still wanted it so bad because it's so beautiful, and I knew that I could use it. So I picked this up at Ulta the other day. I saw it and I was like, hey, what? that is basically the same exact thing. So what I use this for is once I apply my bronzer, blush, and highlighter, what I'll just do is take this and go over it and blend everything out like that. Now, if you watched my last video, it was a get ready with me video, you'll see me using this. So I will link that video down below. And I love this brush. I think that if you have a really hard time blending your any products that you use on your cheeks, your bronzer, blush, highlighter, whatever, this is a good thing to use once you're all done applying them, because then you can just use this to blend them all together. So this is kind of like an unnecessary product, but I think it's super cool, so I just wanted to include it. Okay, another brush that is a little on the pricey side, did not buy it myself, I had my boyfriend buy it for me for our anniversary, is the NARS Eat a Brush. Now, this is a cult favorite. If you go on any huge YouTuber's website, you're gonna see them using this brush to contour their face. And I wanted it so bad, but it's been out of stock until recently. It came back into stock on the Nordstrom website. And I was like, oh my God, I need this for my anniversary present. So I told my boyfriend, he gave me his card, and I bought it. So ever since I got this, it was kind of difficult to get the hang of at first. It's if you're not used to using really skinny brushes like this, you just kind of have to get used to the motion of using it on your face. But once you get it down, your contour looks so amazing. It just completely changes the way that you look. I mean, you could take any brush and make it skinny and kind of do that motion, but you're just not going to get the same look. You're not going to get the same effect as you are with this little brush. So there are all kinds of, I guess, dupes. MAC makes a dupe, Sonia Kashuk makes a dupe of a brush that's wide and skinny for contouring, but it's just, they're not the same. They're just not the same as this. This is just unbelievable. My only complaint is it does kind of shed a lot, so that's it, honestly. Other than that, I use this today to create my contour, and I've been using it constantly, so I am so glad that I got this. Thank you! Next up is right along the lines of the contour and highlight. This kind of goes without saying. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and everyone and their mother has been trying to get their hands on this forever. It kept coming back in stock briefly for maybe an hour. Everyone would buy every single one, and they'd be out of stock again for weeks or months or whatever. So I finally got my hands on one, and I am loving it. This product is so unbelievable. So you get your little plastic deal for carving out your crease, whatever you want to do, but so I'm sure you've seen this a billion times, but I'm just going to briefly go over it. So there are 3 highlight shades, and the one that I've been using the most is the banana shade, mostly because I'm really tan. Now anybody that's fairly tan can use a yellow shade for their highlight. If you're pretty fair or if you have pretty cool skin, I would not recommend using a yellow powder for your highlight. I would recommend using one of these two. I've also been using this color right here a lot. It's like a shimmery champagne color. And then you have your 3 contour shades. And what I've been doing is taking this middle shade, which I believe is Fawn, and I'll use that to basically kind of carve out my contour initially, because it's a very neutral color, which is really good for your highlight since it's, or I'm sorry, for your contour, since it's more of a natural look. And then once I've carved out where I want my cheekbones, then I'll go in with this darker color, Havana, and I'll go all the way around the border of my face, and I'll use it to carve out my nose as well. So I'm sure this goes without saying. This contour kit is so unbelievable. It is totally worth the hype. There are just so many different looks that you can create with it, which is kind of weird, but I mean, it's only a couple different colors, but seriously, I've been using this. Anytime I'm not using my Chanel bronzer, I'm using this. My next favorite is actually something that's gotten a lot of mixed reviews from other YouTubers, and what I'm talking about is the Benefit They're Real Push-Up Eyeliner. And I was going back and forth about buying this for a while. I wasn't really sure. I'm happy with the Maybelline gel liner that I use, and I'm happy with every liquid eyeliner that I use. So I was like, I don't really need it, but I want it. So I ended up going out to Ulta and getting it, and I'm really happy that I did. I've been using this constantly. It's not a product for beginners. Absolutely not for beginners. It has the little twist off top, and if you want product to come up through the tip, then you would just click the bottom, kind of like a deodorant, but it comes out through this little tiny tip, and they call this the AccuFlex tip, and it is a little, oops, see, some's coming up right now. It's kind of hard to get the hang of, honestly. That's what I'm getting at. But it has this rubber tip. The product comes up through the middle, and you use that to swipe it on. And you don't use anything else. You don't use an additional brush or anything, unless you, I mean, want to, but it takes a while to get used to it. It probably took me 3 or 4 tries to really get the hang of just the technique that you have to use with this. It's a little bit harder to, at least for me, I've always done my liquid cat eye the same way. I've always done it the same direction. My wing always goes the same direction, and getting used to this tip, it was a little bit difficult to do it the way that I like. It always would want to go too far up this way or too far out that way, and so it took me a little while to really get the hang of it, but I really like it. You have to work very quickly with it. It dries very quickly. If you don't spread out the product that it comes up through the tip, then it kind of like turns into these little ball things. I don't know, but anyway, I actually really enjoy this product. I find it to be easy to use now, and it's very quick, and it just takes one application, whereas if you're wearing a lot of eyeshadow with primer underneath and you're wearing like if you want to wear a liquid liner, you sometimes have to put several layers of the liner on to make it a very black color. With this, it just requires the one swipe and you're good. So I really do like this product. So despite some of the mixed reviews that it's been getting, I definitely give this an A+. Next up, very quickly, I just want to go over a couple hair products that I've been loving for this month. The first one is the Bedhead Masterpiece Hairspray. And I've actually been going back and forth with this for a couple years. I've had a hairstylist that uses this on everyone. It was his favorite. Honestly, this is the best hold that I've ever experienced in a hairspray without making it completely chunky or wet looking. And I don't know, it's just something about this hairspray, and it makes your hair really shiny too. So I really like this hairspray. I think you can get it at Ulta, at Nordstrom Rack, I know they have it. Anyway, I just love this hairspray. It's nice. I've used it right here to tease my hair, and it doesn't make it look ratty or anything like that. So, love this hairspray. Next up, something that I just got about a week or 2 weeks ago is my Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum, and my hairstylist uses this, and pretty much, you know, anytime you come out of the salon and you've gotten your hair done or you've gotten a blowout, your hair just looks and feels amazing, and you just can't seem to recreate what your stylist did. This helps you do it. I've been using this constantly since I got my hair done. I don't know, whenever it was I got my hair done, but I've been using this, and anytime you blow dry your hair, it just comes out feeling so smooth. It comes out, you don't even have to straighten your hair to make the frizz go away when you use this. So really like this. My hairstylist recommended it to me. She uses it on me anytime she blow dries my hair. So love this. Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum. And last but certainly not least, my #1 all-time favorite for this video, this year, this millennium, is the Amrezy palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Oh my god. I just got this the other day. I've worn it every single day since I got it. Let me show you. So, like her other palettes, it has 10 different colors. You have some shimmery colors on top, you have some matte shades on bottom, and then like a satin finish down here, which I've been using for my inner eye and my brow highlight. Oh my god. These shadows are so phenomenal. One tiny little bit gets you so much color. Oh, okay. I've been using this with the MAC paint pot underneath, which of course helps them stay forever, and it helps intensify the colors. But seriously, you can use these with no primer and they would be so amazing. The colors are just so creamy and pigmented. The color payoff is amazing. With this palette, you can create so many different looks. Not only that, but you can create a complete look with this palette, because you have your brow highlight shade, you have lid shades, you have colors, you have mattes, you have transition shades, you have a black if you want it. Oh, I'm dead. I'm just... Not only are the shadows amazing, but the packaging is so cute. The box that it came in just looks just like it. It's like a red cheetah print, and it's just, the inside is so cute too. Look, it's black. It's got a mirror right here. Ugh, you guys. I'm dead. So that's going to do it for my summer 2014 favorites video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorites are in the comments down below. And if you want to see more frequent favorites videos, just give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye! Just take your time. Not filming or anything.